Lessons from a Box. Another one of my visual, audio-visual aids for bringing a concept. Today in the box, I have three things. The first are these. Do you know what these are?
Earplugs.
Earplugs. Do you know what they're for?
Deadening the noise.
Protection. Earplugs were invented because some things are too much for our hearing, right? I got to thinking about how spiritually we need earplugs. The devil is getting louder and louder and louder. We need to be able to hear the arguments that are being presented. I can still hear through the plugs. But I really don't need it hurting my ears anymore. I don't block out the devil in a sense by ignoring him completely. I protect myself. The Word of God is a protector. Its first function actually does protect you. It says, do this, don't do this, look out for this, don't hang out with them, don't go down to the hill, don't go over here, pay attention to this, pick up that. It's offering you protection. Put on the whole armor of God is protection. It's our earplugs. Our helmet used to go over our ears when we had armor to protect you. It would also muffle some things. I got to thinking about how we need protection. That God made sure we had a book that protects us. Family that protects us. But I just thought, I just never thought of the Word of God as earplugs. Something to block enough of the din. Still see what's right and wrong. Not sticking my head in the sand. I'm not being an ostrich or Pollyanna or whatever you want to call it. I'm aware. I just am not going to let it be that loud. Then I got to thinking of these. What are these? Well, if I put them in, they're earplugs. What's this for? This is for getting a different voice. I may plug the world out, but I really need to plug in to what God has to say. Somewhere, I have to learn to listen for God. It's not enough that I just have something that blocks the world out of my ears. I have to get to the place where I find the right source and make sure that that's being channeled in. Have you ever noticed that people who walk nowadays with these in their ears hardly ever notice you? They walk by you. You don't exist because all they hear is what's in here. In a certain sense, Christians should become very much like that. We should always be so in tune listening to the channel of God and protecting ourselves from the world that we hear what's going on in Him. But be careful. Every now and then it's worth it to check. I'm not saying tune Him out. I said check. Tune it down a little bit. Listen. Make sure you're in protected zone. True, but I got to thinking about how we walk in this balanced position of protection and input, spiritually speaking. And the last thing in my little blue box is this. This is for removing your own problem. Carefully, because it'll hurt your ears if you do it wrong. You should never shove anything all the way up in your ear. We know that. But my point is, sometimes we get a little bit of our own opinion in the way. Our wax, as it were, our interference. See, wax protects you too. It's supposed to protect you a little bit. But sometimes we get a buildup of our own ideas, and we really do need to clean them out. So just remember, when you're following God, tune in, tune out, and keep the channel clear.